For KBRFradio.com News, I'm News Director Derek Sidian, and this is the weekly news recap, brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonmemorial.com, memorials that matter. The market of Battle Lake is closing its doors later this year. Owner Amy King says the Battle Lake gift store will be open through August as long as there is product to sell. Starting out the year, there will be a 25% discount on all products in the Battle Lake store only. King says this was a difficult decision to make. Quote, "We have met so many fabulous people over the years and have been so grateful to be part of this wonderful community. Thank you all for the support you have given us." End quote. The market on Union Avenue in Fergus Falls will remain open. A motorcyclist was airlifted from a crash with a deer southwest of Perham Wednesday afternoon. The Ottawa County Sheriff's Office says deputies were called to a motorcycle versus deer crash near the intersection of County Highways 14 and 49 at around 4:17. Deputies say the motorcycle driver, 68-year-old Warren Schiller of Minneapolis, suffered significant injuries and was transported to a hospital by Lifelink. There were no passengers. The crash remains under investigation. A 6-year-old girl from New York Mills was hospitalized following a car crash just south of Perham Tuesday morning. State troopers say that around 8:30, a mid-sized sedan from New York Mills and a minivan from Arizona were both heading south on Highway 78 when the vehicles collided at Minnesota Street. The 6-year-old suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to Perham Hospital for treatment. The two drivers were not hurt. A Fergus Falls man has been charged for fleeing from police after speeding down Lincoln Avenue on his motorcycle. 26-year-old Aldine Sharich made his first court appearance on Monday for fleeing from law enforcement. Prosecutors say a Fergus Falls police officer was heading north on Cascade Street near the intersection with Lincoln Avenue at around 11:58 last Tuesday night when they saw a motorcycle speed past at speeds near 80 miles per hour. The officer pursued the motorcycle around the city, observing the vehicle speeding, swerving, and nearly hitting multiple vehicles. The officer called off the pursuit due to heavy traffic and lost sight of the motorcycle at Vernon Avenue and Court Street. Last Friday, police received security footage from Holiday Gas Station, leading investigators to identify Sharich as the driver. When questioned, Sharich denied knowing where the motorcycle was, but after being confronted with the security footage, he admitted to driving the bike at the time of the incident. On Monday, local business owner Christine Knutson filed to run for Minnesota Senate District 9. Knutson says that she is running because she cares deeply about people and believes government should work for everyday Minnesotans, not just those with the loudest voices or the deepest pockets. Quote, "I've spent years working with people from all walks of life, and one thing I've learned is that most people want the same things: to be seen and heard, to be valued, to be treated fairly, and to have the opportunity to build a good life. District 9 deserves someone who will show up, listen, and do the work. I hope to be that person." End quote. Knutson is the owner of Soapy Puppy Bed and Biscuit in Fergus Falls, and in 2021 founded Saga Youth, a nonprofit with the goal to create an inclusive space for members of the LGBTQ community in Fergus Falls. Knutson will be running as a Democrat against incumbent Republican Minnesota Senator Jordan Rasmussen of Fergus Falls. Rasmussen was first elected to the seat in 2022. A Fergus Falls man was arrested Sunday for breaking an office window at his apartment building. Fergus Falls police were called to Garrett's Grove Apartments early Sunday morning on a report of the broken window. While waiting for the property manager to arrive, police saw a number of residents making their way to the smoking area. Police say that one resident, later identified as 33-year-old Spencer Harley Harrison, was barefoot and stumbling as if he was intoxicated. Officers asked Harrison if he knew what happened to the window, and he said he did not. When the property manager arrived, police observed security footage that showed Harrison punching the window inside the entryway but caused no damage. He then threw his sandal at the window of the office before punching and breaking it. The footage then shows Harrison putting his sandals back on and throwing a rock at the steel entrance door further down the building. Harrison was taken into custody and has been charged for criminal damage to property. Police say the estimate to repair the damage is at least $1,500. Community leaders and local lawmakers are celebrating a $3 million state investment secured through this year's bonding bill for the Infinity Center in Breckenridge. The $22 million project is designed to bring healthcare, education, recreation, and economic development together under one roof for residents across the region. The Infinity Center will serve as a regional destination for recreation, school programming, and community gatherings. Planned amenities include basketball and volleyball courts, pickleball courts, batting cages, and an indoor walking track. It will also feature flexible space for larger events and tournaments. Beyond its recreational offerings, the project will also broaden access to important healthcare and educational services. The facility includes a Sanford Health Clinic, which will relocate its current Wahpeton location to better serve area residents. Representative Jeff Backer of Browns Valley led efforts to support the project in the House. He said, quote, "The Infinity Center is more than just a community center. It's an investment in the future of Breckenridge and the entire region," end quote. Construction of the Infinity Center began in April. The Sanford Health portion of the facility is expected to be completed by December, with the full building anticipated to open next spring. State Senator Jordan Rasmussen of Fergus Falls has secured nearly $8.5 million in state funding to support major solid waste infrastructure improvements benefiting Ottertail County and surrounding west central Minnesota counties. The funding package includes $7.2 million through the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency Solid Waste Capital Assistance Grant Program for the Prairie Lakes Municipal Solid Waste Authority Ash Recovery and Recycling Center project, and $1.1 million through the Legislative Citizen Commission on Minnesota Resources for construction and equipment related to ash storage and recycling operations in Ottertail County. The Prairie Lakes Municipal Solid Waste Authority is a partnership among Becker, Clay, Ottertail, Todd, and Wadena counties that processes approximately 54,000 tons of municipal solid waste annually through its resource recovery facility in Perham. The operation generates approximately 10,000 to 11,000 tons of ash each year that must be managed at the Northeast Ottertail landfill near New York Mills. The funded project will support development of critical new infrastructure, including an ash processing and storage facility and related transfer station improvements at the Northeast Ottertail landfill. The facility will allow the region to modernize how waste-to-energy ash is managed while improving operational efficiency and extending the useful life of existing landfill assets. The project also supports continued use of processed ash as a construction material in road base and full-depth reclamation projects. A new card store has opened its doors in downtown Fergus Falls. On Monday, the Elliott Exchange celebrated its grand opening inside Arcadium Zach's Arcade Emporium on Washington Avenue. Owners Alex and Kimberly Elliott have a passion for trading cards and wanted to bring a dedicated card store back to Fergus Falls. According to Alex, partnering with the arcade makes the perfect combination for people seeking nostalgia. He also says,
"I think it's a really good thing for the community, somewhere where the kids can come, trade cards, play some arcade games, and have some snacks."
The Elliott Exchange is open along with Arcadium Tuesday through Friday from noon to 8 and from 10 to 10 on Saturdays. This has been the Weekly News Recap, brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonememorial.com, memorials that matter. For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian. Tune in at 5 o'clock every Friday afternoon on KBRFradio.com or the Fergus Now app to stay up to date with local news. Find more stories on KBRFradio.com. Sign up for email news sent right to your inbox, delivered by Cooper's Office Supply.